I've got an amazing thing I need to share with us today, which is absolutely amazing. It's the 3 ways to gain unstoppable momentum. Right, I've been asked this question so many times. How do I really keep myself going? How do I get motivated? How do I always wanting to have more, wanting to achieve a lot more, wanting to add value, as well as wanting to get my life to the next level? So I wanted to share 4 main points that I use to actually get me unstoppable momentum, to get me to drive, to get to where I want to be in life. Number 1 is never ever stop learning. Never stop learning. Always try to do as much learning as possible. You can learn from your colleague from work, your staff, the people surrounding you. Is very, very important. And the thing about learning is, once you want to go into property business, or once you want to go into any business adventure you want to get into, the first thing that comes to mind is how. Is basically, how do I do X, Y, and Z? How do I start my property business, for example? How do I start my online business, for example? How do I start my fitness business, for example? So that's what comes to mind. But what I've learned from a coach of mine, Tony Robbins, is that it's not just about how. It's about not just about how or what. It's about who, basically. Right, it's about who. It's not about learning through trial and error. We've gone past that phase at the moment. It's not about how to do stuff. It's not about trying to find out stuff, right? That, I know that gets you there, but it doesn't expedite your progress, and it doesn't get you to do really what you want to do. So what I've learned from him is basically, he told me one word which is very important, which is who. Instead of thinking how, think about who. Meaning, who do I need to talk to help me get to where I want to go quicker, rather than doing it via trial and error, or finding out stuff, taking so many stuff to so many times to try to find out what you need to do to get you to where you want to go. It's about who. For suppose you want to go into property business, ask yourself what strategy you want to get into. If you want to get into rent to rent, suppose you want to get into rent to rent, for example, find someone who has already been in that journey, or someone who's currently in that journey that will take you along that journey, right? Instead of you finding out how and where and what, find that person, right? Be underneath that person's wing to help you move you, instead of you going on doing research, googling stuff, going on YouTube, finding so many information. Find someone who's already done what you want to do, or someone who's currently doing what you want to do, so you can learn from him. You can either shadow him, work with him, partner with him, ask him to mentor you, coach you. Your self-education is the next norm. Right? It's not about going to the traditional education, taking so many notes. Get someone who would absolutely help you get to where you want to go. It's not about, you know what, I really want to learn this. Which book do I have to take? Or how do I have to do that? What do I need to do? No, it's about knowing that person. Look for someone who would be able to work with you to get you to where you want to, because that would expedite your progress. You know why? Because he will make sure the mistake he made, you do not make that mistake anymore. Or if he were to do something differently, if he was to go back to improve his life, he will implement that on you, right? So you don't have to do that sort of mistake. Or suppose you want to learn how to do skydiving, right? You don't go on the internet, start learning about it, or finding out how. So what you do, you need to get a skydiving coach to absolutely coach you how to skydive, or how to be with you whilst you're doing your skydiving, okay? If you want to go into online business, for example, there's so many books out there, but guess what expedites your progress is knowing someone who's doing exactly that to take you along the way to get you to where you want to go. So self-education is very, very key. Never ever stop learning. You can learn from your son, your child, your wife, your girlfriend, your partner, whoever that person may be. Always try to learn, replicate, be with these people, see what they've done and implement it, right? Be under their wings. That's what takes you to where you want to. That's what helped me. So what I do, I look what people learn, what people are doing, Work with them to get me to where I want to go. It's not about how, it's about that person, because that person would hang around with me for an hour and he would teach me what he's learned for two years, or what he's learned for about 4 years with small tiny words. So if you're thinking about learning about properties, for example, be rent to rent, rent to service accommodation, buy to let, buy refurbishment, refinance, purchase lease option, deal sourcing, whatever that strategy is, get someone who would take you there quicker than learning how to do it yourself, right? Self-education is the new norm, right? So that's what you need to implement. That's what gets me to where I am. That's what gets me to where I'm going to go. If I need something, if I need someone to help me with something, I ring them up, find out how do I get it. Got your coach, got your mentor who takes you to where you want to go. That is the new norm. It's not about going on Google, YouTube, finding out videos, all the shortcut videos. Most of the videos are edited. It's not the full length, so you get gaps in your education. So invest in yourself. If you had to pay someone to coach you, go for it. If you had to get someone to mentor you, go for it. If you want to get someone to actually teach you, come on board with them, get you to where you want to go. Never ever stop learning. And also, the one thing I learned, see spending in your education as an investment. There's so many people that thought about educating themselves as an expenditure. It's not an expenditure, it's an investment. So invest in yourself and you will reap the reward by learning from someone, being with that person, mentoring them, shadowing them will get you to where you want to go. No, number 2 is one of the most important one, right? Sell yourself. Sell yourself. What do I mean by sell yourself, right? Have a compelling future. Have a compelling future. Look at yourself 4 years down the line, what you want to achieve in life, okay? Write it down, so create a compelling future. Do you want to be a real estate investor? Do you want to be a passive investor? Do you want to own 50 to 20 properties? Do you want to own 100 properties? Do you want to own multiple of businesses? So future forecast yourself, see it, look at yourself, backspace, see what you want to achieve, create that compelling future and back that up with your why. Why do you really want to achieve what you set yourself to achieve? Because when you're going tough, that's what gets you to go where you want to go, right? Create that compelling future. Sit back, look back, ask yourself a year from now or 5 years from now, where do you want to be, right? See that picture vividly in your mind's eye, right? If you had to have it written somewhere, write it. Put it on a wall, on a door, on your ceiling, in your bathroom, your TV stand, your sitting room. Put it everywhere, see it everywhere, so you can remind yourself. You don't have to go back and look at it after 6 years. Sorry, after 12 months, or after 6 months, or after a week. Guess what? You have to be looking at that thing every single day. Every single day should be right in front of you. If you pray, let it be in front of you, okay? If you go into the bathroom regular, let it be in front of you. See that compelling future and put that together with your why. That why is what drives you. Are you doing it for your family? Are you doing it for your kids? Are you doing it for a charity? Are you doing it for your religion? Are you doing it to give back? Are you doing it to build a charity organization? Whatever your why is, you need to compel that, put it together and absolutely have it, hack it in your mind, and that's what gets you going, okay? And look at yourself, see yourself, compare yourself with certain things and say, okay, if you deserve better, right, than you are right now, that's what you need to be asking yourself to ensure that you are absolutely getting there. Stay away from negative people. Right? If someone is always letting you down, talking about you negatively, once you want to do something, they always tell you, oh, you cannot do it, you cannot achieve it, people are struggling about X, Y, and Z, or whenever they see you, they don't compliment you, they tell you bad things, right? Keep away from those people. Keep away from those people. These people are not nice people to surround yourself with, because we call them battery drainers, okay? They drain your energy, they drain your confidence, they drain your spirit. Because you know why? Because they have not been successful in what you want to do, they would always have negative vibes towards that. Right, especially if you're doing really, really well, better than them, they would always complain. They would say, oh, you cannot do it. This sort of people, if you're spending an hour with them, cut it down to 15 minutes. If they're family members, you cannot cut them away from you. Try to keep away from them, right? If you're spending 30 minutes with them, try to do 5, 10, 15 minutes with them, and then lower it down until you phase them off, right? You need to stay away with this sort of people. right? That's how you create momentum, right? And also, to sell yourself, you have to believe in yourself, right? Don't let someone compliment you for you to believe in yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror every single day and say, I can do it, I can make it, I am me, I can do whatever I can do, I am a doer, I am an action taker, I am a believer. You have to be telling these things to yourself, right? This is what boosts your confidence, and this is what takes you to the next level. If you see a challenging thing, don't run away from it. So, wow, that is really, really hard. Find a way. Who, for example, remember the first reason why you can unstoppable momentum is who. If you're struggling, who do I contact to actually help me resolve this issue? Who do I contact who would help me draw a roadmap to where I want to go? So this challenging thing is what gets us going. It's what gets us that little move. That's what gets us the little needle mover. So you need to be thinking about it. Don't think if it's hard you cannot do it. If it's hard, you don't know how to do it, get someone else to help you do it. Okay, that's the only way you can grow and expedite to the next level. And also, by selling yourself, you need to start avoiding the negative news, right? If the news is destroying your confidence, is destroying your mindset, is destroying your strategy or your investment strategy, you need to keep away from it. I had someone recently came to my office. He said, "Oh, Raheem, I couldn't invest in properties because of COVID, because I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. I don't know what's gonna happen next month." So he was really in a panic mode. He did not know what to do. I told him, listen, COVID is there, but you have to take the leap of faith, take the opportunities to actually get you to where you want to go. Okay, you have to be doing things like this. Recently, I posted in I think it was yesterday. It was announced, or the day before, it was announced property prices went up by 13.6% in June. So that person who was thinking to buy a property last year, say March last year, he's lost 13.6% capital appreciation in a property he would have bought, right? So don't think about the negative things about things. Think about the positive things. I'm not saying do not analyze, do not understand what you're doing, but look at the positive side of things. Look at that item or that objective. Say, if I achieve that objective, right? If I achieve that objective, what is the benefit of achieving that objective, right? And see that benefit vividly rather than the tiny negative thing that would affect you from achieving that thing. And if it's too easy to do, it won't motivate you. Find a challenging role that will get you to the next level, especially if it's challenging. You're looking at your compelling future and you're looking at your why. Guess what? You'll find a way to achieve that. When I started my journey, I had the difficulties, right? It was really, really hard for me because I had a couple of properties. I thought, okay, it's fine, it's enough. I quit my job, right? I left my job with £35,000 a year to £0. I thought it would be okay, only to find out it was difficult, right? It was really, really hard. I had a wife, I had a baby, so it was difficult for me to look after them. But I did not say because it was too hard, I had to go back to work. Right, so I saw my reason, I saw my compelling future, and look at my why in front of me that helped drives me to where I am today. And I'm still looking at that, doing exactly the same thing, even better now, to actually get me to the next level. So you have to have that compelling future, sell yourself, believe in yourself. That would help you get you to the next level. And the only way you grow, or you sell yourself, or you get motivated, or you do things for your why, is to face your fear, right? You have to face your fear. Are you worried about taking the first deal, right? Are you worried about taking the first deal? Are you fearful to approach investors? Are you fearful to pick that phone up, ring agents? Are you fearful to take that phone up, contact landlords? If that's your fear, you have to go through that fear. The only way to eliminate fear is to go through it, is to cut through it, right? If you cut through it, it gets you on the other end, then you will realize there's no harm in doing it. Right? I've seen so many people fearful even to pick a phone call, pick a phone to call an agent. They don't know what to do. And again, that also backs what I've just told you. It's about who. Right? If you've known someone who's gone through that process, guess what? He will tell you exactly what you need to say. He will give you the confidence. He'll give you the passion to actually do it. right? I had a friend of mine who contacted me not long ago, said to me, Raheem, oh, I feel deflated. I think I'm not getting anywhere. I'm searching for deals. I'm not getting deals. I've only got 2 viewings all out. I said, listen, you know, they were deflated. So I had to literally, they called me because I was their coach, right? And their mentor. Literally, I lifted their energy. You know, I lifted their energy so high, they went and killed it. They went on now, they're booking viewings. They're doing so many stuff with their property stuff. So you have to know that, you know, if the going goes tough, these are the sort of things you need, because sometimes you're going to get lonely. I'm telling you that now. You get lonely in the property business sometimes. If you don't have someone to talk to, you will struggle and you will plateau. And once you start plateauing, you are going down the drain. Once you've gone down the drain, you've lost your energy. Okay? So face that fear. Are you worried about losing your job? Are you worried about getting your first property deal? Or have you got that property deal and you're struggling, thinking you cannot rent it? Right? So you have to face that fear. That fear is what gets you to move, right? Because we get successful in 2 ways as a result of 2 things. Number 1 is pleasure. We'll be running towards pleasure, right? The second reason why that makes lots of people are successful is fear, right? They fear to be lonely. They fear to be poor. They fear not to be able to afford for their family. They're fearful not to be able to provide for their family, right? So that then push them to actually get to do the thing that they're fearful of doing. For example, taking up the first deal, right? Or ringing that agent, or posting the first letter, you know, or being worried about not having money to invest, right? So we need to cut that away from us and then actually go through the fear. You have to cut through the fear for you to be good, for you to be able to achieve whatever you want to achieve in life. Okay? So I really hope that's literally getting into, you understand what I'm trying to say. Number 3, I know we've got so many stuff going, right? Absolutely amazing things going in life. We've got Facebook, we've got Instagram, we've got LinkedIn. There's a new system called Clubhouse. We have so many stuff going. We get distracted doing so many things. We've got the news, you know, we've got Twitter, right? We've got so many distractions happening right now, right? You cannot focus, you cannot concentrate, you cannot do anything, right? So to cut away that thing, right, you need to stop doing that and have a not to do list. Vitally important. Not to do list. You have to write, instead of writing to do list, write down what you need to stop doing. Are you on Facebook every 5 minutes? Observe that. You need to cut it down. Are you on Instagram every 5 minutes checking people's posts? You need to stop that. Right? Are you tweeting every 5 seconds? You need to tweet that. Are you on Netflix 24/7? You need to cut that. Right? Are you going to long-winded shopping supermarket? You need to cut that. Right? Are you spending too many times with negative people? You need to stop that. You know, are you checking emails as soon as you wake up in the morning? You need to cut that. Right? Are you actually really not doing anything that adds value? Are you one of those people who said want to achieve something, write it down, and actually do something completely different during the day? You may be saying, okay, today I want to execute XYZ, and you're busy checking emails, and you're busy on Facebook checking people's statuses, or you on Instagram checking what people's stories are. You need to cut that in your life now if you want to add value to your life. So what you do, look at yourself. Have a line drawn like that. Have a borderline, right? You have your right column, right? And you've got your left column, okay? So if you're watching me, I may be getting it wrong. Right or left column, okay? So on this column, you write all the things that doesn't add value in your life. Some of them I've just listed, okay? Write them all down, right? On the other side of the column, you write what are the things that move the needle in my life? What are the things that adds value in my life? Maybe it's educating yourself in properties. Maybe it's finding the right coach. Maybe it's finding the right mentor. Maybe it's finding the right property deal, right? Maybe so it's surrounding yourself with people who's got money. Whatever that task is, whatever that goal is, write it down on that side. So only not to-do list, you put a massive X on it, right? Once you put a massive X on it, and then you observe, because sometimes habits are very hard to get rid of. But now you've got 2 lists. As soon as you start doing the bad habit here, because you cannot stop it instantly, you've got another good habit here, right? That you could compensate with that. As soon as you start that bad habit, it's a trigger for you to do the good habit, right? And spend time on the things that add value to your life, right? Structure them. Say, okay, today I'm going to be searching for deals. Suppose you're looking for deals, right? Below market deals. Concentrate. Okay, today I'm looking for below market deal. I'm looking for a house, a 3-bedroom house in Liverpool, and have a specific area in Liverpool, and then put the amount of time you're going to spend to look for deals in that area. Concentrate on that, nothing else. Don't answer your phone. Don't go on Facebook. Don't go on Instagram. Don't go on YouTube. Concentrate on that, okay? Especially if you're spending time on the internet looking at people's Facebooks statuses. So you can spend that time. You're still on the internet, by the way, right? But you're on the internet to do something that could add value. If you're addicted on Facebook, go on Facebook. If you still love Facebook, go on Facebook to look for deals, right? Look for deals. Start doing something like that to change your life. If you're used to watching Netflix, fantastic, right? Look for educational programs like business programs, for example. I'm not saying binge study that, but you could actually change it, right? So concentrate on stuff that add value. Stop looking at your Facebook as soon as you wake up in the morning. Don't check your emails as soon as you wake up in the morning, because those emails are battery drainers, okay? Because someone may have sent you an email that you're not happy about, that sometimes destroy your day, right? Or look at a WhatsApp message, someone sent you a harsh WhatsApp message, it drains your day. Or you looked at the message, you don't really want to reply to that person, but because you've seen the message, you're not obliged to actually reply to that message, okay? So you need to start doing stuff like that, right? You need to ensure that you are doing you first. Wake up in the morning, put your 3 not to do list, find complementary things you could do to counteract that, right? That then helps you get your to-do list, right? Is it making sense? That then helps you get your to-do list. So once you've got your to-do list, you've got 3 main to-do lists in the morning. Sort them out before you move on to any other task. Even if you've got 1 to-do list, right? After you've got 1 not to-do list, right? Do that to-do list, execute, even if it's 1 a day, it takes you to the next level. I'm telling you now, it's helped me. It has changed my life. You know, when I knew I wasn't going to go back to work, I had a list down. I said to myself, I need to achieve X amount of property for me to be able to survive. I set a goal and I achieved it, right? It's not because I'm the smartest person out there, right? It's not because I'm a genius. It's because I set it up. I said, this is me, this is for me, and I have to do it. And I plan towards it, set goals, set the targets, and I achieved it, right? You could do exactly the same thing. Number 4, which is vitally important, right? Surround yourself with successful people. Surround yourself with people who are doing exactly what you're doing. Surround yourself with people that you can learn from. Again, the who comes in here, right? If you don't surround yourself with people who are doing what you're doing, or people who are not successful in what you're doing, you will struggle, right? Where do you get these people? Social media, if you like it. They're investment groups, right? They're WhatsApp groups. There are Facebook groups. There are Instagrams. People that you could follow. Instead of watching statuses, follow people that are doing exactly what you intend to do. There are business events. There are online property events, there are online property, so many people that are out there that you could surround yourself with, right? Once you surround yourself with these people, guess what? Your progress expedites, right? It takes you to the next level. You start thinking differently. You start seeing things in a different way. This is when you would notice your friends and family people will say to you, oh, you're changing. As soon as they start telling you that, you are progressing to the right direction because you've got a different mindset now, right? You've got a different mindset that wants to take you to the next level. I'm not saying you are better than them, but you are thinking in a different way than they do, okay? So as soon as you start noticing that, there's a needle mover happening in your life. Things are changing. So continue doing that. Improve, make new friends. Hang around with some of these people. If you want to invite them for a meal, invite them for a meal. If you want to work for them for free, go and work for them for free. Okay? Whatever it is, surround yourself with these people to take you to the next level. Right? I really hope you enjoyed this short video. I know I may have gone way too long, but I really hope this makes sense and it really brings home things that you are thinking about. I'm just gonna go over them again. Number one, sell yourself, right? Sell yourself, right? Number two, educate yourself. Never ever stop learning, right? Number three, have your not-to-do list, right? And then combine that with your to-do list. Number four, surround yourself with successful people. Right. So if you like this video or any of the videos I've been putting out there, feel free to like the video, share it with lots of friends, and I really appreciate you doing that because that's how I know I am impacting people positively, and that's how I know people are learning from what I'm doing. And I would really appreciate if you could leave comment in any topic you want me to talk about, or you could send me a Facebook message, or you can contact me on Instagram, LinkedIn. And again, thank you so much for the support on YouTube. I really appreciate all the supports there. As you know, I run a free property investment training every month again. So if you're interested in that, I will leave the link below so you can join me in my next free property investment training. I go through all the recent property investment strategies that investors are taking advantage of, and also now I've introduced a discovery day session, so you could literally book a discovery day session with me where you spend the whole day with me. We can go through all the recent property strategies. I can help you through a roadmap to a business plan, not business plan to ask for funds, but business plan about your property journey, where you want to go, set yourself with goals, and then so that you can get to spend a day with me. And obviously I will take you for a meal as well. The meal will be on me, so it'll be lovely to have you in my discovery day. And obviously you all know I've got my letting and estate agency as well, so if you ever want to sell, let, or want us to manage your property, we do have that service as well. So you're more than welcome to contact us to ask us what sort of services we offer. And again, I'll leave those links on the video if you ever want us to help you sell your deal, or if you have want to buy a property below market value. That's what that estate agencies actually specialize on. They do have below market deals that come in, be properties itself, buying them. We've got rental service, accommodation, and all that sort of thing if you're interested. So yeah, thank you so much. I really hope this has helped you, and I look forward to sharing the next video. Thank you so much. Have a good night.